Have you been applying to hundreds of jobs, making it to final rounds, but not getting any offers? The truth is, if you're constantly chasing jobs that are not the right fit for you, it can feel exhausting and discouraging. The good news is that it's possible to stop the frustration and start getting job offers. And it starts with defining what job is right for you. Hi, my name is Jamise Dunlap. I'm a career coach and I help ambitious women who are ready to experience the work-life harmony they deserve go from job application to ideal job offer. If that sounds like you, be sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video so you don't miss out on future videos that I post about mastering your mindset in the job search and attracting the right recruiters in your LinkedIn inbox. If you do not like the job you have right now, that is the perfect place to start to figure out what job is right for you instead. Start by considering these questions. What is less than ideal about your current job? What would you like to do more of, but you feel restricted by your current job description? Let me share a personal story to illustrate what I mean by this example. This is how I learned what was less than ideal for me in my last financial services job. I was traveling 80% of the time. I thought the source of my frustration was my manager or the projects I was assigned to, but I realized that even if I changed companies or if I changed managers or team, that would not fix the problem I was facing in my career, which was this job was not the right fit for me. It used to be, but it wasn't anymore, and here's why. One, I didn't have control over my schedule. I didn't have autonomy traveling 80%. And two, the work that I was doing didn't feel meaningful. It was not possible for me to track and quantify the impact of what I was doing. What I realized was that in order to be in a job that was right for me, I needed to be able to have meaningful impact and I needed to be able to have more autonomy over my schedule. To experience the job that was right for me, I would need to work in a job where I wasn't required to travel and in an industry that tracked impact. My time in this company, in this job, and in this industry was up and it was time for me to move on. Here's what I want you to do today. Reflect on your current job. What was a highlight from today? What was a low light from today? What was something that energized you? What was something that drained you? Do this for the next 3 to 7 days and you'll start to see a pattern. By day 3, you'll have the data you need to make an informed decision about what job is right for you. This will give you a better idea of the things that you do like and the things that you don't like about the job you have right now. When you're thinking about your next job, let's call that job number 2, ask yourself, what do I want job number 3 to be? Doing this exercise is another way of saying, what is my career goal and what is my purpose for this career change? What is my long-term goal? What impact do I want this job change to have on my life and my career? Thinking about job number 3 forces you to think into the future in a forward-focusing direction instead of backwards, staying stuck and grounded and rooted in your past. It focuses on the present future instead. Most people want to change jobs because the job they're in right now, they're burned out, it's not a good fit, they're frustrated. We know that. That's what they're running away from. But if you focus on what you're running towards, that's more powerful than focusing on the past. Focusing on what you want next is more powerful than focusing on where you're stuck. By operating from a place of power in your job search, this sets you up to choose the right job number 2 and sets you up for long-term success in job number 3. Instead of focusing on a short-term fix, you get to focus on the long-term goal and destination. And that's how you pursue the job that's right for you. Let me share a personal story on a time that this happened to me. When I was pursuing job number 2, I knew that I wanted job number 3 to be as a business owner, entrepreneur. While I was in job number 1, I thought about becoming a franchise consultant. And I told myself, becoming a franchise consultant will help me prepare for my entrepreneurship career. The other job I considered was in research insights. These roles as a job number 2 could help me gain the skills, experience, and exposure that I would need to become a business owner entrepreneur. So I was no longer running away from job number 1. I had an intent on pursuing job number 3 as a business owner entrepreneur. I was running toward job number 2 in anticipation for that third job. Now it's your turn. I want you to sound off in the comments. You already know the job you're running from. Comment below. What is the job you're running toward? What is your job number 2? And if you know it, what is your job number 3? Now that you have an idea what job is right for you, don't keep applying to jobs you know are not the right fit. Your goal is to narrow your job search down to one single job title description. When you have that single job title description, analyze your ideal job criteria against it, and then use that job description to update your resume and then to update your LinkedIn profile. And start to reach out to peers in your industry on LinkedIn so that you can start to build strategic networks. Every interview, every informational interview, every conversation becomes aligned with your goals. By following these steps, you'll be actually pursuing jobs and opportunities that align with your career goals, not just any job you see out there. Comment below, what job search and career topics do you want to see me talk about next? Do you want to hear about informational interviews, interviewing for jobs with confidence? Let me know in the comments. Too many job seekers focus on what they don't have, what they don't know, what they haven't done, the experience they lack, the final round interview they didn't get. But they forget to acknowledge their wins along the way. Remember, progress is worth celebrating. Don't wait until you reach the end of your job search to celebrate. Let me share a personal story. After I got clear on the job that was right for me, I got a job interview. After I got this interview, I talked about it like it was not a big deal. Like, oh yeah, I got an interview. I got a job interview, but I didn't celebrate it as a win along the way. But I had so much more than an interview. I went from being stuck to unstuck, from being confused to clear. I went from floundering to feeling like I had a plan. That's progress. To go from no referrals to having a referral, to go from no interviews to having an interview, this was all progress, and I did not need to wait until I had a job offer to acknowledge it and to celebrate this win along the way. Just like you, I was moving closer to the job that was right for me. I was making progress toward my goal, and eventually I would land up in my ideal job. When we fail to acknowledge our wins along the way, fear, doubt, and perfectionism can start to creep in. This can cause us to feel discouraged, hopeless, and stuck all over again, as if we haven't made any progress toward our wins, toward our goals. But we have. Here's what I want you to do this week. Make a list of your wins, and no win is too small to acknowledge. What are the areas that you've made progress? Anything that moves you closer to figuring out what job is right for you, it counts. If you can't think of any, count watching this video as progress. Anything that moves you closer to your ideal job, that counts as progress. Let me leave you with this. Finding the job that's right for you is not about luck. It's about faith, strategy, work, and reflection. You want to be renewing your mindset, and you want to be taking intentional actions forward. Start with where you are. Find what your number 3 job is to help you figure out job number 2, and then ruthlessly filter through which jobs you choose to apply to versus which ones you choose not to apply to. And don't forget to celebrate your wins along the way. If you want to go deeper on any of these topics, check out the links below to see how I can support you on your job search. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next video on mastering your mindset in the job search. All right, bye for now, guys. I'll see you in the next video.